We just got back from crabbing in Crisfield, Maryland, which means it's time to make one of my favorites with all of our lump crab meat. These are my cheesy crab and corn fritters, and they are the perfect treat to enjoy on a hot summer day. Load it with fresh corn off the cob. Let me show you guys how to make this at home using your Blackstone. Okay, Griddle Nation, where are my crab lovers? Who out there loves hands full of Old Bay, picking crabs, and drinking a nice cold beer around a table with friends and family? We look forward to this all year round. Every summer we make our way down to the crab capital, which is Crisfield, Maryland, the southernmost point of Maryland, a very small town famous for its seafood, especially the Maryland blue crab. We go and spend a few days living simple and hand-line crabbing with chicken necks off the docks. I always come home with fresh crab meat, and last year I showed you crab balls. Today I'm finally filming an old recipe I shared and made live on the Blackstone Facebook page a few times. I couldn't wait to get home from our trip this year because if you follow me, you recently saw I just got the new Blackstone 5-person chef's table, and I've been loving cooking on it next to my pool. Any griddle owner who loves to host and entertain their griddle skills will love having family and friends sitting around the griddle while they are cooking. Now on to our crab fritters. My original recipe for these is up on the Blackstone website. I always use Old Bay. Today I felt a little frisky and switched to JO seasoning, which honestly I'll stick to Old Bay for my fritters from now on. I've got 1 pound of lump crab meat, 2 ears of fresh corn that I picked up on the way home down in Delaware. I cut off the cob and sauteed it in a little butter and allowed it to cool down. To that I add 1/4 cup minced onion, some chopped flat leaf parsley, and then I start with 1 egg, but usually always end up using a second, 1/3 cup milk, then season with Old Bay. Keep this JO for your steamed crabs. Learn from my mistakes, or you can try your favorite seafood seasoning. We add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 cup of flour, then a quick mix before adding freshly shredded cheddar cheese. Once this looks good, I gently fold in our crab meat. Now I like to break some of the crab meat up while mixing it, but I also like to leave some good lump pieces in as well. For best results, you want to allow this to chill out in the fridge for 2 to 4 hours if you can. Now onto medium-low heat, we drizzle a little oil. I like veggie, safflower, or any neutral oil you like for your fritters to shallow fry in is fine. We drop a spoonful for each, and because we are shallow frying, these are gently pressed with our spatula to flatten them into a round patty almost for even cooking. You could also deep fry these as balls or whatever shape they fall into the oil as, but shallow frying on the Blackstone is so much cleaner and we use way less oil. We allow these to cook 4 to 5 minutes per side or until golden brown. You want to make sure not to rush these. You want to allow that egg to cook through, so keep it low and slow. I'm doing these in batches just for filming purposes, but you can easily fry these up all at once on all of your griddle surface. While they keep frying, we'll make a quick dipping sauce using some Duke's mayo, fresh chopped parsley, garlic powder, or go for fresh garlic, some JO, or I'm still so mad at myself for not using Old Bay, and some lemon juice. Give that a mix and adjust on any one of those ingredients if you want it to be more spicy or a little more citrusy. It's up to you. Now that I'm ready, and because I'm filming and cooking, I needed that extra time to let these sit on a rack just so that I could get all my shots. You don't have to use the rack, but since I did, I want to allow these to get nice and hot and crisp again before plating and then digging into these. These will always be a summertime favorite of mine, paired with an ice cold beer and pretending I'm back on the docks catching crabs. I hope you try these if you haven't yet. I know the recipe has been up for quite some time, but I am so glad that I finally got to film these for you. Until next time, I'm Blackstone Betty, and I cannot wait to see you guys for another recipe.